Welcome back. Alright, tonight I'm going to talk about a little something different. I talk about how, in my previous videos, I've talked about how freaking stupid kids are now. And I'm not going to sit here and act like I never did anything stupid. But the shit that I did, it wasn't eating Tide Pods. It wasn't being confused about my gender. It wasn't, trying to fucking go into school and shoot it up. It wasn't nothing like that. Me and my friends, I had a couple good buddies, Chad, Mikey, Derek, Bruce, Cassie, the whole neighborhood, the Baker boys. I mean, it wasn't a big neighborhood. Literally, the kids that I just named were in like 5 houses. So, and that was like within like a half-mile radius. Back then, it wasn't nothing to run up the street, half a mile, like, hey, you want to come outside and play? Yeah, it wasn't enough for that. I mean, I didn't grow up like deep in the country. Don't get me wrong, but I didn't grow up in the city either. I grew up on 5 acres, that my family owned, and then there was my neighbors, the Hirschlers. They lived, to my right, and then the Sites, they lived to the left, and then up in front of them, because I lived on a corner. Up in front of them was the Jeffries, and then the Bakers, and then the Chins. I mean, but I'm just saying, we all lived in a neighborhood, but behind all of our houses, we all had woods. So to me, I grew up in the woods, like straight up in the woods. If I wasn't at my buddy Chad's house, working on dirt bikes or 4-wheelers, or building bicycles, or just getting in general shit trouble, that's what we were doing. We were back in the woods. When we were kids, we had a blast, man. We'd run the whole freaking neighborhood till 11, 12 o'clock at night, and in the summer, obviously. But I mean, it was a blast, man. There was a couple times, we got in a little bit of trouble. Now, I don't know if my buddy Chad watches these or not, but I mean, him and I got into a lot of shit together. It was fun. I mean, some of the stuff, it was borderline felony back then, But I think the best time was, after we were 18, we started buying up these old junk cars, and we'd get them running good enough to take them back in the woods. And we beat the living shit out of them. And 9 times out of 10, we left them back here. I mean, Derek even did it once. He had a Tempo, I think it was a 93, 94, something like that. A little 5-speed piece of crap. I say piece of crap because it was a Ford. As you can see, I'm a Chevy man. But it was a decent looking car. But he got screwed out of the title. I don't remember exactly what happened or whatnot, but he was like, you know what? Screw him. He ain't getting his freaking car back. Because that's bullshit. So he was like, let's take it back in the woods. Let's have some fun with it. He was like, all right. Next thing you know, we're flying through the woods 30, 40 mile an hour, smashing into trees, going through freaking big thickets of brush. And I mean, we demolished his car. He blew up the freaking engine in it to where it would still run, but it wouldn't move. So, we jumped on the freaking hood, busted out all the windows, or on the roof, busted out all the windows, and then the door frames were left, so we just freaking yanked the window frames down. I mean, we just demolished his car. And we left it back there. We come back, I don't know, a year or 2 later or something like that. Damn thing was gone. It's like, all right, it just kind of disappeared. I have no clue. But then my buddy Chad had gotten into a real bad accident. He was in the hospital for a month, and he was in an induced coma. He got run over by a big box truck or a semi. I think it was a box truck, but he used to work for a company that worked on these trucks, and he was putting on a serpentine belt. Told the guy hit the key. He hit the key. It was in gear. No neutral safety switch, and just started up and ran right over it. Luckily, I don't know how it happened, but luckily he got out before the back wheels ran over him. He was still in some pretty bad shape at that point, but anyway, a while after that, he still had the freaking trach tube in his throat, right? So now this is the day that his daughter's mom was in the hospital. She just had his daughter. He came home. I'm like, hey man, what are you doing? He's like, nothing, bored as shit. It's like, okay. I got this 91 Geostorm. If anybody knows what that is, it's a little piece of shit hatchback, a little 5-speed. And it was literally my daily driver. And I was like, want to play hide and seek? He was like, yeah man, that B-2200's out there, little pickup truck. I was like, all right, let's go back in the woods and play some hide and seek. Now, the rules for hide and seek was, you find someone, you smash them. That's all there is to it. We just go back in the woods and just freaking hit each other. And so he takes off, flying bat out of hell. I give him like a 30-second head start. And the way the trails were, you had to kind of zigzag around until you got, into the, through the thick woods until you got into this big open, thicket type area. We had worn some trails down. Well, anyway, you get out into the big part where it's kind of open, and he goes around this corner, or you go around a corner and then up another corner, and there's the top of the hill, there's another trail. Anyway, going off on a complete different tangent. Anyway, so he takes off. I give him 30 seconds. I jammed that thing in first gear and I took off. I start going through these freaking trees. I jammed into second gear. I get into the freaking big opening. Jammed in third gear. I was doing like freaking 45. I come around this corner and he's just sitting there in the middle of the trail. I was like, I didn't even have time to hit the brakes. He just went boom and freaking nailed him. Now mind you, he still had the trach in his throat. His head flips back like this, hat flies off into the back seat, and he gets out of the truck. And his freaking trach is bleeding, dude. He's got freaking blood dripping from his tube, and I'm like, dude, you alright, man? He goes, yeah, man, you got any napkins? I was like, what? He said, you got any freaking napkins? I was like, I don't know, I checked my glove box. I look in the glove box and stuff, and I didn't have any napkins. He starts looking in the glove box. This truck has been sitting there forever. It broke down. He's got a big freaking fuel leak in the gas line. He opens the glove box, and there's some freaking McDonald's napkins. He's like, it'll be all right. I was like, what? These things had dust on them. They've been there for like freaking 2 years. He's just like, it's cool. I was like, all right, let's do it. So we just start racing through the woods. We had a blast. Just destroyed 2 vehicles for no freaking reason, just because we were bored. That's kind of stuff that we like to do. Hell, I'd still do it if I could find cheap enough vehicles and woods, because I've only got a half acre to myself now. I haven't been able to afford the ranch that I want, but we did stuff like that all the time. They were building apartments, way back on one of the adjacent roads. And it kind of butted up to the woods behind the Seitz' house and his house. So we'd go through our trails, and there's this big, huge freaking construction site. There's just mounds of dirt, man. It was awesome. It was awesome. My buddy Derek bought a 99 Jeep. Now, this is in 99. So 99 Jeep was brand new. And he takes this damn thing back in the woods. And he just started beating the living shit out of it, running through mud puddles, running through big mud holes, man. Brand new Jeep. I mean, he didn't even have it a month, and we're just like tearing the shit out of this thing. So then, I was like, well, I got this old 84 Chevy Celebrity. Big piece of crap. I was like, let's destroy it. So we go back in these freaking woods, man. We get into this construction site, and I decide I'm going to go up on the side of this hill. And, the hills are pretty much like this. I mean, they're almost straight up and down. And the ramp kind of goes like this, where they were, dumping dirt up there. But the sides were just almost straight down. So I go up on this thing, come up like this, and then just like flatten out like this. I'm trying like hell to roll this damn Celebrity. My buddy's over here in the passenger seat, and he's like, ah! Just screaming at the top of his lung. My buddy's in the back seat, screaming like a girl. Seriously, dude, high pitched like a girl. Derek, if you're watching this, it's you, bro. You're the girl. You're the one that screamed like a girl. So anyway, so we get up on this hill, and I'm like trying to tip this thing. It will not roll over. So I fly down into this freaking mud pit. We're just like, we just destroyed these cars for no reason whatsoever, just because we were bored. Then there was an Olds 88, a 1988 Olds 88. I was at my sister's house, and the damn thing got stolen. And she lived in the ghetto. So a couple days later, we find it like 2 streets down, and the freaking transmission was burned up in it. I'm like, ah. I mean, it would go, but it would slip really, really bad going in between, or shifting in the next gear. So I was like, you know what? Piss on this car. I'm just gonna destroy it. So went back in the woods and destroyed it. This time I had my nephew Austin. I think he was like 11 or 12 years old. He was with me. He'd never done anything like this before. His mom wouldn't let him come with me because she knew I'd either get him hurt or get him put in jail. I mean, it's funny though because my sister used to do some stuff like that too, but we're not gonna get into that. So anyway, we're doing backwards donuts, and we're clearing out this freaking thicket, where it's all just like thick brush, and I'm just doing donuts, just burning the crap out of this thing, and I was like, hey Austin, watch this. And I put it in reverse. I stomped it, did like 3 donuts, and spun straight into a freaking tree, like complete T-bone, straight in the side of my door. And he's like, he about crapped down his leg. He'd never seen anything like this before. So I mean, we freaking ripped the exhaust off. One of the tires rolled off the rim. So we went up to my buddy's house, my buddy Chad's house, and his was closest at that point. So went to his house and we jacked it up and got all the fucking dirt and stuff out from between the rim and the tire. We blew it back up and it held, and I went right back to the woods, finishing destroying this thing. So, we're freaking busting ass through these woods. We're taking out trees that are like, that big around. We're just like smashing down trees and going through freaking big, huge thickets of jiggers and stuff. It was fun. But, my point is that, we had a good life. We didn't need all the stuff that we've got now. We had friends, good neighborhood friends, I'm still in contact with just about all of them. There's a couple that I'm not, but, like the Baker boys, they moved out and, they moved away when we were still in school, but, we still keep in contact. Me and Chad and Derek and Cassie and Troy and Bruce. All these people are on my Facebook. They are real people. These are real stories. I'm pretty sure that if I tag every one of them in this on my Facebook, they're gonna say something about the crap that we used to do. Even my sister. I'm sure she'll tell you the story about the freaking yard dart. She loves telling that one. But I'm not saying anything about that one because I ended up bad in that one. But but like I say, we had a good childhood. We didn't need cell phones. We didn't need laptops. We didn't need computers. We didn't need anything except for the kid next door. We'd go out and find stuff to do. 9 times out of 10, it was probably we could have gotten some serious trouble for it, but we never did. So I can't say we never did. We've gotten in trouble with our parents. But there's 1,000 more other stories I could tell you, but this is I'm just kind of rambling on at this point, but I like thinking back, because it was a lot easier time. It was a lot more fun back then, and I had some really good friends. They were like family to me. They're still like family to me, even though we don't talk very much. They're still like family. So, but I guess my whole entire point here is don't complicate your life. Don't put things in your life that you don't need. Don't put people in your life that you don't need. If they're more of a drain on you than they are, helping you, then there's no reason to have them in your life. So, on that note, until next time,